What's up, YouTube? Alright, we got another video on the way. Part 3 of Spider-Man. Hope you guys are enjoying these videos. I know I am. I know I've really been enjoying this game. If you have not been playing it yet and you have a PS4,
wonder what kind of trouble Shocker's into this time.
Oh yeah, got a new suit. Got the noir suit. That was one of the last things I did yesterday. I don't know if that's the one I want to use right now, though. Let's check out the suits. See which one we want to do. Hopefully going to be getting that one today. So we need to get 3 crime tokens and 2 landmark tokens. So the landmark tokens I think will be the more difficult one. Crime tokens shouldn't be too hard. Let's see, what's this one? That would also be a really neat one to get. I really like that. I just think I'm just gonna go back to the one they've got for the actual game. Let's just do that for right now, and we'll keep working on getting this one unlocked for today. That'll be one of the goals. Alright, let's get into it. So yesterday I started talking a little bit about kind of the purpose of the channel and where I want to see it go.
As I warned,
that.
Nostradamus,
like I say, it's just
after Spider-Man recklessly took down Wilson Fisk without preparing for the consequences, our streets are now filled with aspiring gangsters, each trying to out-psycho the other. My next guest is lucky to have survived an armed robbery. Sir, we're glad you're okay.
Thanks. It was nuts. These dudes walk in like they own the place, waving guns around.
Appalling. When a businessman is afraid to make an honest living.
Yeah, it was a lifesaver that Spider-Man came along and stopped him.
Weren't you listening? He caused the problem! Forgive me for raising my voice. I'm emotional at the thought of what you went through. Jared, our caller seems shaken. Let's let him go.
I'm fine.
That's another Fisk construction site. I'll save that for later. It's not going to give me a crime token, but it'll be fun. Well, there's a landmark right there. Alright, well, let's get closer. Oh, here's something neat. Spider-Man can swim? Who knew?
Attention all units. Assault reported in progress. Additional officers needed at Carnegie Hall. Please copy.
Only cowards assault a helpless person like that.
Later, Spider-Man. Call me when
Try hitting me. Spoiler, I hit back.
Keep it up, Spidey.
Nice.
Love laying out bullies.
Well, we got one of the
Thanks.
things.
It used to be safe here.
Alright, well that should be one of the crime tokens that we needed. But yeah, going back to the purpose of the channel. That's basically here to play the game. But this is something that I personally have wanted to do for a long time. Have a YouTube channel and just do fun stuff like this, stuff that I enjoy. And then again, hopefully there are other people out there that get some enjoyment out of it too. And really, I have several people that I have to thank for that. Again, I don't know how far this channel will go. I don't know how much I'll end up doing with it, but at least I can say that I've done it. And that's an achievement to me. So in my book, it's already a win. But, several YouTubers that some of y'all may know, I have to thank for, because whether, I know they didn't encourage me in a personal way from personally talking to me.
Bed waiting for you back at Rikers. You ain't getting away this time. Let's go.
This is interesting. But just a couple of them would be...
Backup requested for a chase in progress. Additional officers
number
report
one
to
would
Spanish
probably
Harlem.
be John Campia from the John Campia Show. Shout out to him. I'm a subscriber to him, watch him probably almost, if not every day, probably almost every day. I really enjoy his content. And
Those lunatics will kill someone driving like that.
People sending questions, asking him about starting up channels, and that's one of the things he always says is, just do it.
Please tell me your horn plays Dixie.
So that's what I did.
And
I
I'm
just
back.
went ahead and did it.
Curbside service.
That's gonna leave a mark.
Now that's just rude. More of them? For criminals, these guys have an impressive social circle. That's it, huh? I've had worse commutes.
You're a mensch, Spider-Man.
I knew Jameson was wrong about you.
Glad someone's looking out for us.
They deserved it.
I'm gonna tell
You're a
everybody
mensch,
you're for
Spider-Man.
real.
That was sweet.
I'm gonna tell everybody you're for real.
Hey, you freaking masked menace. My brother worked for Fisk. Freaking unemployed now. Thanks a lot.
Hey, turn this way. Can I get a selfie?
Love this
Hey
dude.
guys,
Seriously, I
about
want
that.
one.
First headset died. I thought it was charged up there, but I guess not. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, yeah, big thank you and a shout out to John Campia for what he does, say all the time, and I know he's been an encouragement to other people too. Up in development right now, and huge congratulations to him on that. But him, Sean Chandler from Sean
10-10,
Chandler Talks,
possible narcotic cell reported. Reported location is near Douglas.
big shout out and a thank you to him as well.
Scared the hell out of me.
And again, just the same thing, just for doing what he does, and he'll say several times how that people got tired of him constantly talking about those kind of things. So
Gonna guess
like,
these guys aren't trading baseball cards.
He's gonna do this.
Oh,
and that's
come
kind
on,
of how
fellas.
it started off.
Can't keep ducking income tax like this.
That was a huge encouragement to me and fun in the story.
I'm losing it. Gotta catch up. I think your shocks need some work. Gotta shut this down before someone gets hurt. Carjacker delivery.
See if I can get it this time. Got it. Awesome.
Drugs are maybe my most disliked criminal activity. Definitely top 5. Or bottom 5. However that works. Sit tight, guys. A nice, comfy paddy wagon will be here soon.
Yeah, again, same thing, just doing what he does, and his story was encouraging to me, and it made me think, you know what, maybe I can do it, maybe I can start a YouTube channel, and, you know, if I get a couple people that get something out of it, then great, but I had to come to the point where that, because before it was always one of those things, I don't know, people aren't going to see what I have to put out there, they're not going to be interested in what I have to say, and I had to get to the point where it was just, for me, well, who cares? If it's something I want to do, if I get something out of it, then that's what matters. So once I actually
Avengers Tower is so cool.
got to that point,
They're never around to use it. I think they're probably somewhere on the West Coast right now. Probably surfing or something.
that's when I actually ended up starting the channel. So and so a big thank you to those guys for just doing what they do and for being an encouragement to me.
Support your local businesses by not robbing them, please!
Thought about hitting the guys down.
Hope crime would decline post-Fisk. Might have been too optimistic.
So let's see what our status is on unlocking that suit. So we got 4 out of 3 crime tokens. Like I said, I thought that would be the easy part. 1 out of the 2 landmark tokens. What do we need for this? We need 1 more backpack token and 2 research tokens. Okay. Well, we might actually be able to get both of those today. That'd be pretty cool.
Police are on their way. And
I think that some other landmarks would be. Well, there's one right there. Let's see if we can get something on the bridge.
Break-in reported. We need an officer on the scene. Officers near Vanderbilt, be advised.
Alright, well, That happened a little bit quicker than I thought it would. Alright, we got the Scarlet Spider. Let's see what it looks like. Now, what's the new suit power that we got? Oh, we got some holiday toys. That's interesting. That's pretty cool. I like that. I like that. That's not something I would have expected, but that's pretty neat. A little bit hard to see in the dark. Oh, there's another landmark.
The raft.
Because I'm sure I'll need
When a regular maximum security prison just isn't enough.
See if we can get someplace with some better lighting. Actually, let's see it action.
Wild guess. Those guys breaking in don't live there. Man, Fisk goes away and suddenly it's amateur hour.
Leave me alone!
No way am I finding that guy now.
Well, I guess since the one guy got away, it ended up being failed. That's too bad. Let's take a look at this suit. That's pretty neat looking. I like it. I like it a lot, I have to say.
Those guys got what
I knew that Jameson was a liar. You're the best.
I've always been a fan of the Scarlet Spider, though. I know that was a weird time in the comics for Spider-Man. There was a lot of crazy stuff that happened
Officers needed Atlantic
with that.
Over.
But I've always really liked the look of the Scarlet Spider ever since the old Spider-Man games, the PC and the PlayStation 1. That's when I first really started getting into gaming, honestly, was just that game. But ever since then, oh, we got another one of those
There is a
construction
reported
sites.
narcotic sale in progress. Proceed to Sycamore. Over.
Like I said, I think I'll work on some of those a little later. But ever since then, I've really been a huge fan of the Scarlet Spider look and just Ben Reilly. You know, I've liked it. I thought it was an interesting take, an interesting idea with what they did with that. Kind of expanded it a little.
Need backup for a chase in progress. Please respond. Converge on Grand Central. Over.
Sorry guys, just taking a dip in the pool. Hey now, stray shots.
Okay, you are not getting 5 stars. Raining men.
Spider win a prize. A lot of crazy drivers out tonight.
Reinforcements. I guess this is what they call organized crime. Come on.
Here, I got the door for you.
You asked for this! Get that crap off me!
It's let's see what this looks like.
Fellas, over here! Hey, I'm Spider-Man. No, I'm Spider-Man. Come on, that guy's clearly the chameleon.
Do auto insurers offer a webbing clause yet?
So,
$1 million idea just waiting to happen.
I'd have to say that's pretty neat and pretty effective. I like it. It's cool. Alright, let's turn that tower on that's right up above us.
Officers respond. We've got a 10-10 narcotics in progress. Please proceed to Cathedral.
I do intend on going ahead and taking care of the shocker mission today as well. Okay, this is irritating. I know if it's irritating for me, it's definitely irritating for y'all.
Officers respond. Witness report of an active drug deal. Please proceed to Cathedral.
Not getting much coverage. I should look for more towers to activate.
We're making our way over from here.
Only got one activated in Midtown. That's cool. Seems like the suit power for this one charges pretty quickly too. I like that. I like how he's running right now too. Like that's about how you would kind of be going downstairs in real life. That's interesting. Just some small details.
Someone's pinned under that car. Need to hurry. I've got you.
Thanks. I thought it was all over.
Oh, that I think that's something. The Wakanda Embassy. Nice.
Attention all units. Kidnapping reported. Converge on Grand Central.
Oh, these are those random fist guys that will just come out and try to ambush.
I better be more careful with my adoring public. My suit's onboard AI can tell me the most likely area where the victim is.
In real life, that would be a very scary situation.
Someone help before the guys who did this come back!
My earpiece picked up cries for help close by. You're safe now.
Thought I was gonna die in there. Thank you. They're back. Don't let them hurt me!
Yo, freak! Get away from my car!
Well, it had a person, so...
mensch, Spider-Man.
I forgot to ask why they call it kidnapping if the victim's not a kid.
So eventually I hope to get to the place where that, now I love doing the gameplay videos and I intend to continue doing these, but also at some point I would like to get to where I can just pre-make some videos about specific topics.
Got an 1165 on the eastbound side of the Manhattan Bridge.
And you know, have some discussion videos about those and just talking about those and different things. And eventually we'll get to a point where that I'm able to do that. But for right now, I'm very satisfied with doing these gameplay videos and then having topics that we can talk about while I'm doing that too.
How's it going?
Ooh, love that shot.
There's just so much to do in this game that they're really, and this is no knock on the story, because I think the story so far
Attention units. Report received of a narcotic sale in
has
progress. Converge on
been
Grand
awesome.
Central.
I've
Over.
really enjoyed what they're doing with the story mode. But there's just so much. The game is so rich and has so much stuff to offer that for me, it's hard to just stick to the story. I want to be doing other things at the same time and getting
Drug deals and criminals. They go together like cookies and milk.
finding ways
You
to
guys are like little
upgrade.
kingpins in training. So cute.
And I think that'll make my actual story experience even better. Whoops, sorry guy, you're dead.
Nothing puts a pep in my step like halting an illegal drug deal.
Now the other thing I needed to do for that one suit is I needed 2 research tokens. So before I go and stop Shocker, let's go ahead and take care of that, and then we'll move on to him. So there's the apartment. There's another landmark that I can go to. There's a Fisk hideout. Let's see. I thought it was over in this district. Maybe I'm wrong.
You guys are...
Get ready, folks. Because this is a bombshell. We have on the line a lady whose husband was kidnapped by Spider-Man.
What? No, you've got it all wrong. My husband was kidnapped by criminals who shoved him into the trunk of a car. Spider-Man found him and got him out, then arrested the criminals when they came back.
Pardon me, ma'am, I didn't hear that last part over my intern's utter incompetence. You realize, of course, that it's possible Spider-Man arranged the kidnapping so he could save your husband and grab all the glory?
Huh, that seems like a lot of trouble to go to when he could just stop actual crime.
It's clear we are at an impasse. My best to you and your husband, madam. Jared, go to commercial, then fire yourself. Then rehire yourself before the commercial ends. But no, your job ends by a thread. If I paid you, I'd cut your salary in half.
He's such a lovely man. Such a jewel to society. I really like the revamped look of Shocker. He looks pretty cool.
Give it up! You're never gonna catch me!
That's what you said last time.
I don't want to hurt you! You'll just slow me down!
Wow, that's considerate. What's the money for, Herman?
Why do you care?
Actually, I don't. Just trying to make polite conversation.
I'm done talking!
But this could be so much more rewarding if we connected on an emotional level. Wait, I forgot. You don't have emotions. Come on, Herman. At least talk to me so we can make it interesting. Herman? Gotcha. Now let's talk.
I said I'm done talking!
Don't think
Noted.
he wants to talk.
Honestly, Herman, why are you robbing again? You know the police are watching your every move. I mean, we all know you're kind of dumb, but I didn't think you were this dumb. You must be desperate, which means you're not just stealing for yourself. You must be working with someone, or for someone. You can tell me who it is now, or make me punch it out of you later. Your choice.
Said enough!
Like zero personality, but your suit is awesome. Can we talk design details? Maybe later.
Was that it? Wow, okay.
Good work, Spider-Man. Did you learn anything about his motive?
I tried, but he's not very talkative. Plus, I think he hates me.
You have that effect on a lot of people.
But you love me, right, Yuri?
I tolerate you.
That's cold.
That might be the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
No.
Looks like I got some free time. Maybe now's a good time to look into that mask. Oh, it's MJ. Hey, MJ. You're up late.
Just catching up on the news. Looks like you had quite an adventure with Shocker tonight.
Yeah, he was unusually combative. Anyway, thanks again for dinner. What do I owe you?
How about a favor? You still have that...
Almost morning. Mr. Lee will be here soon. I could use a snack.
Well, that was abrupt to just cut the conversation off. I would like to know where the university is so I could go ahead and...
Mr. Lee's usually in his office now.
do some research and stuff, but couldn't find it on the map. I don't know if that's... which seems unusual. I thought it was in the same district, but maybe it's not.
Peter, what can I do for you?
I'm sorry to bother you, Mr. Lee. I have a friend, Mary Jane. She's a reporter. She's doing a story on art imports, and she found this piece. Well, she wanted an expert opinion on it, and I know you have a degree.
And this might be the first time I actually get to use it. Let's see what you have. Interesting. Where'd she find it?
I'm really not sure. Why, what is it?
Replica of an antique Chinese opera mask. I haven't seen one in years. This symbol here roughly translates to demon.
Demon?
My father read me ghost stories with that mask and symbol in it when I was young. Scared the hell out of me. Peter, listen. That mask, it could be connected to dangerous people. Mary Jane might want to find a different story.
Do you think she's in trouble?
I don't know. Why take the risk?
I wonder if Aunt May is here.
Hey.
The symbol inside the mask means demon. It really spooked Mr. Lee. Never seen him like that. He even said you should drop the story.
Fat chance. Do you think Mr. Lee knows more than he's letting on?
No, I think he just had a weird flashback or something. I know his childhood was pretty traumatic.
Yeah, makes sense. Demons, huh? Catchy name. Okay, gotta get writing. See you soon.
Well, that went about as well as I could have hoped.
I could patch these shoes. They'll last a while.
Looks like May's not in yet. Man, was I ever a dork. Well, we all have an awkward phase. So I was into horses. Wasn't everybody at some point? Wish May would take some of this down.
That
It's
looks
embarrassing.
like a little bit of a tribute to Spider-Ham.
An artist I was not. Miss you.
So, I got the job. May's recommendation really helped.
People know that when she says something, she means it.
Got some time to kill before Doc needs me at the lab. Let's do a little Spidey workout in the city.
It looks like we're going to be going to the lab eventually anyway, so... That'll work out. Sorry, coming through.
Peter, Mr. Lee spoke to me. He seemed worried. Are you into something dangerous?
Oh, it's just a story Mary Jane's investigating. Don't worry, I'll make sure she's careful.
Please tell me you two are back together.
We're talking again. Baby steps. I hope I didn't upset Mr. Lee.
He's just concerned. I was actually touched by how concerned. I knew he liked you. He admires how dedicated you are to helping others. I think it would remind him of himself when he was younger. Both orphans, both so smart.
Well, the admiration's mutual. You got a good boss, May.
I'll tell him you said so. Love you, Peter.
I hope his phone doesn't pick up a lot of background noise.
Hello?
Peter, it's Dr. Octavius.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Lance Corporal Texador is here for a fitting.
I totally forgot. I didn't forget. I just... I'll be there soon.
This tardiness is starting to become a pattern. Come on, Parker. You're better than this.
That's right. I lose track of time.
Because that's one of the things he does.
All units advised, we have an assault reported in progress. Need immediate response to Chelsea, over.
I tell you, the web swing mechanic in this game does not get old.
How does it work?
Just like a natural arm. You think of what you want it to do, and...
Yes.
That's pretty awesome.
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
This site's been declared a safety hazard.
Stop that right now! This is highly sensitive equipment. That's it. I'm calling the mayor's office directly.
Peter Parker, how the hell are you?
Speak of the devil. Mr. Osborn.
Oh, please. How long have we known each other? It's Mr. Mayor. It's Norman. Norman!
Norman, what do you think you're doing?
He looks
The grant
a lot
agreement you
different than I
signed has
expected.
strict safety provisions.
I like it though.
This isn't your first violation.
Those were excused.
By me. We should have confiscated this equipment long ago.
But I've had a breakthrough.
Thank you for your great service to our country. These folks will escort you to Oscorp Robotics, where you'll receive the latest in prosthetics. No charge.
This isn't about safety infractions, is it?
I'm trying to help you, Otto. You're free to continue your work in a secure environment.
At Oscorp.
You always were the smartest guy in the room.
You haven't changed a bit.
Neither of you. Hey, Peter. Harry will be coming back from Europe early next year. Maybe the two of you can start that business you always talked about. This is opportunity knocking.
Well, maybe I won't get to finish that
Easy,
research.
easy. They didn't take everything. Maybe we could start over.
Peter. There's no we. Without the grant from the city, I can no longer pay you. I need some time to think. If I were you, I'd look for a new job.
That's rough. So even though as of now it does not appear that Norman Osborn is the villain, he is a kind of villain. Just by his actions. Not necessarily the Goblin.
Wish I could do something to help Doc.
But Norman Osborn himself, just by his actions and what he's doing, because that's pretty low. Alright, let's see if I can get back in here and do some of that research.
Need to tune the arm's gyro to auto-orient.
Doc's trying to lower the overall power consumption of the prosthetic. Way more efficient. Probably need to tune the arm's gyro to auto-orient.
Alright, well, it took a little bit.
This will really help users maintain their equilibrium while wearing the prosthetic.
Alright. Let's see if that will... Oh, nice. So apparently we can't get research tokens yet. That's not what I was working on, apparently. Just getting XP. Well. That sucks.
Man, I remember the first day I interviewed here. Showed up with stains on my shirt, 10 minutes late from stopping a mugging. Still can't believe Doc hired me. Hope he doesn't regret it now.
Well, that was a little bit of a waste of time. Sorry, guys. I thought I was onto something there. I thought we were about to get us a new suit.
Wish I could do something to help Doc. Maybe call Harry. Ask him to talk to his dad. No. Norman never listens to Harry. Even tried to kill funding for his research stations. Hey, one of those stations is nearby. Should see how they're doing while Harry's in Europe.
Maybe that's how we get our research.
Must be some way to help Doc. I'll think of something.
So the last
We've got a
video,
10-10 narcotics still
my
in progress.
question was,
Need a local unit on scene. Nearest officer, please proceed to Roseville.
what is everybody's favorite version of Spider-Man? For today, the question I want an answer to is...
Harry left me a message about these before he left for you.
What is...
Hey, I need a favor. My mom's pet project was research stations that could benefit the public. Now, I launched them, but now that I'm away, Oscorp's gonna shut them down unless they prove their value. I was hoping you could watch them. I left details in each one. Thanks, man. As long as they're here, it's like a part of my mom is, too.
Well, it's not gonna pay the bills, but it sounds like it means a lot to him. I'll do what I can to help.
I've got a couple stations measuring air pollution. The idea is to catch the, what's the word, contaminants before they reach toxic levels. Between you and me, I think Oscorp wants this to fail because it might chill their polluting.
The amount of polycyclic hydrocarbons in the air is way too high. And rising. If it keeps getting worse, people could die. Particles are concentrating in trouble spots, like mini clouds of smog. I'll swing through them and get samples, then trace them to the source. Nasty as they are, I gotta swing right through those clouds. For these clouds to be visible to the naked eye, the level of toxins must be up there.
Come on.
And gotcha! I'm getting some good stuff. Well, good samples of bad stuff, anyway. Got it. Oh, feels like I'm breathing from a tailpipe. I must be freaking these people out. What else is new? Huh. The toxin's coming from two types of cars, and a faulty smokestack. I better get photos. Great light on that one. Perfect.
Spider-Man, shoot a weapon.
Hey, Spider-Man, anyone do your taxes? I'm this close to getting my CPA.
Best smokestack picture I ever took. The Department of Environmental Protection will take it from here. Maybe I should make a green spider costume for Earth Day. Well, Harry's station just stopped a public health crisis. Oscorp's gonna have a hard time arguing it's not useful.
It's a big old rat.
Spider-Man, Shocker has escaped, and now he's robbing a bank on East 31st.
What happened? I thought he was behind bars.
He was, but one of the guards just walked up to his cell and released him, then gave him his suit back.
I knew Shocker was working for someone. What did you get out of the guard?
Wish I could ask him, but he's dead. Whoever made him release Shocker didn't want any loose ends.
Damn.
Looking at the security footage, the guard was in some kind of trance. And it might have been the lighting, but it looked like his eyes were glowing.
Well, that's creepy. Okay, I'll see what I can get out of Shocker when I get to the bank.
Well, that's useful. So we did get 2 new suits. Might be able to get another one if I can hit a couple of the Kingpin bases. And also if I can do some more research. Oh, but yes, I was going to do my question for the stream. So the question is, what do you guys think about Venom? Are you excited to see it, or could you care less? Are you nervous about it? What's your thoughts on it? I know for me, I've been very nervous / excited. I've been very anxious for this movie. This has been my most anticipated movie for the year, which is saying a lot when the year had movies like Infinity War. So...
Would you look at that? Half the crime tower's back up already.
When Spider Cop's on the job, come hell or high water, the job gets...
Nope, nope, nope. Nope.
She'd never admit it, but the Chief was warming up to Spider Cop. His casual disregard for by-the-book thinking was a breath of fresh air. She'd come around. Someday.
Watch it! This to the opera once? He took me like $50. Hey. The man's okay by me.
Local units, we've got reports of a mugging. Officers, please converge on Longacre.
I know a guy who knows a guy at the network. Imagine, the morning show with Spider-Man.
Peter, I've been looking into the demons. Sounds like they've quietly established a power base in the vacuum left by Fisk.
A vacuum I created by putting Fisk away. Jameson was right. The demons are my fault.
What were you supposed to do? Let Fisk keep godfathering? Are you okay? You sound even mopier than usual.
I think I might have just lost my job. The city, Norman actually, pulled our funding.
Oh, Pete. I'm sorry. If Harry were here, he could talk some sense into his dad. You'll find another source. Your work's too important.
Thanks, MJ. Talk to you soon.
So it's bulletproof, but it's not crowbar proof.
Always nice to stop a mugging. Gotta stay strong in the fundamentals.
You're okay, my book.
Yeah, Venom has been my most anticipated movie for the year just because he's one of my favorite comic book characters. Favorite anti-hero, I'd have to say. Don't quote me on that, but just going off the top of my head, I have to say probably would be Venom. So, after seeing the abysmal portrayal of him in Spider-Man 3, I have been longing for them to do justice to the character, and I've been hopeful, but at the same time realistically pessimistic of this telling of it. Especially since from the first we were told that Spider-Man was not going to be a part of the origin. I have to say that bugged me a little bit.
We're making our way over from Pier 4 now. Show us about 8 minutes out.
And I didn't really like the idea at first. But now with them saying that they made the movie PG-13 so they could introduce Spider-Man into it eventually, if they wanted to, okay, it doesn't bother me quite as much as it used to. Here comes the little guy. Oh, that didn't do what I wanted it to.
Open fire!
Fisk did keep these wannabe pushers in check. Wait a minute, what's that feeling? Do I miss him? No. Cops are coming.
So, I've been very on the fence about
All
this
units
movie.
1034. Repeat, assault reported. Any
I'm not
officers
really
near
sure
Madison, proceed to the crime scene.
what I think about it. some messages. Yeah, right back at you, bro. You just wish you were playing too. I know that's all it is.
I can't let him hurt that victim anymore. Try and guess how I feel about bullies. Live by the beatdown, die by the beatdown.
You were just in...
Folks, I have to once again defend myself against the spurious claims from McDonald Mac Gargan, aka the Scorpion. Yes, as I fully disclosed, I bankrolled the experiment that gave him superior strength, speed, and that unsightly cyborg tail. The idea was to create an anti-Spider-Man who is not a threat and stops menaces. I had no idea he was crazy. Do you think his resume said psycho with a poisoning fetish? His lawsuit is a transparent attempt to reduce his sentence at the raft by placing the blame for his deeds on me. And that is one package J. Jonah Jameson refuses.
Alright, so let's do this research over here. Hopefully it can give me some tokens. I can unlock another suit. Or maybe two. Well, I know for one of them I've got to have the base. So I'd have to find the thug base too. Yeah, I'm excited to see it. I want to see it as, you know, as soon as I can. I want to see it. But I am trying to hold back optimism. I like the way Venom looks in the trailers. He looks good. He looks more like the traditional Venom. You know, minus the white spider. I wish that was there, but I understand it not being there, and I don't know. I'm actually kind of glad it's not, because with them disconnecting his origin from Spider-Man, which, not a huge fan of that. I prefer it the regular way, but this will work. This is the movies. It's not the comics. It's different. That's fine. With them doing that, it makes sense to not have the white spider on there. And maybe they'll bring that in eventually, so that doesn't bother me too much. The only thing I don't really like about the look is that it looks very... I don't know how else to say it except just like slippery. It's interesting. I'm not really sure what to think about it other than that. And I wasn't huge about the voice, but it's growing on me. It's not as much, but overall, you know, I'd probably give it a 7.5 out of 10 as far as the look of him. But then again, we've only seen small little bits. That might change. That might go up or down. But just an initial thought, that'd probably be what I think. And once I see the movie, I'd like to give you guys my ideas on it, my take on it. I think the thing that scares me the most right now is that they have held off the reviews. And that bothers me. They have held off for the press seeing it. They have held off. The embargo does not lift until people are already going to be going to see it, and that bothers me a lot. And I know there have been a lot of people on YouTube already that have been talking about that and their concerns for it, and those concerns are my concerns as well, and they're legitimate. And they definitely do not reinstill trust in the product. And I know me personally, if I go in and I see Venom and it's good, I'm going to be upset, because I'm going to be upset that Sony didn't go ahead and put the reviews out there so that people could be more confident going into this movie, and so it could have done better. Because it's already not going to do as well as it could have, whether that's because the movie is just not good or because they didn't release the reviews. And it's actually a good movie. Like I said, I'm going to see it. I'm going to be watching this movie one way or the other. I will be watching it. It's something that I wanted to see, and I'll be watching it, but that is not going to be the case for everybody else. So, not everybody's going to have that mentality. And if the movie ends up being bad, then that's also going to be disappointing, because they will have messed up the character yet again. Yet again, we will have an incarnation of Venom that just did not hit, did not land quite right for one reason or another. And it's going to give me kind of the same feeling that I've had with the character of Bane. We had Bane first in Batman Forever, and he was just a lumbering oaf. Then, ironically, again with Tom Hardy, and because of the world that he was in, they made him super grounded. And even though Batman is a very grounded character, a lot of his villains are not. So some of them can be very grounded, like Scarecrow, Ra's al Ghul. Well, Ra's al Ghul to a degree. You've got a lot of the fantastical elements with him with the Lazarus Pit, but characters like Scarecrow and the Penguin, and even the Joker to a degree can be tweaked to have a more grounded, more realistic approach and it not really affect them. Catwoman also. But the majority of them are very out there. And Bane is kind of one of those, with the Venom and everything. And I'm not saying I hate Tom Hardy's portrayal of Bane. It just wasn't it wasn't what I wanted. I wanted, if you were to take the Bane from Batman Forever and Tom Hardy's Bane and mesh them together, then that would be Bane for me. Give him the huge, overpowering strength and size of the Batman Forever Bane, and give him the smarts and the intellect of Tom Hardy's Bane. So I feel like with both those incarnations, they just focused on one area instead of just focusing on the character and giving us everything that the character wants. They gave us aspects of the character. And I'm kind of wondering if that's what's going to happen with Venom. In the Spider-Man 3, we got the vengeance of Venom, and that I hate Spider-Man, I'm going to destroy Spider-Man and Peter Parker aspect of Venom. And in this, so I'm wondering what we're going to get with this aspect of Venom. Is it going to just focus on one little part of him, or is it going to just give us the character of Venom? So I'm a little nervous about it just because of a little bit of the history behind it. Again, not having Spider-Man, as far as we know. I know a lot of people have speculated that maybe the reason why they're holding off the reviews is because Spider-Man actually is in the movie. And that's possible. I don't think so, though. Maybe Peter Parker. And I know those have been rumors for a long time, ever since they were shooting the movie, that Tom Holland was actually on set for a couple days and he was shooting some stuff as Peter Parker, but not as Spider-Man. Well, that's fine, and I think that has a little bit more chance of being true. And I know that came from some fairly reputable people that were saying that. But if that were the case, if it was just Peter Parker, there's no reason to hold off those reviews. Now, it would have to be actual, to me, it would have to be actual Spider-Man. I mean, maybe Peter Parker is enough, because that would be tying him directly into the MCU, so maybe that would be enough for them to say, let's hold off on this. But there's not much else that would really merit them holding these reviews off, honestly. It's either something of a significant spoiler, which we've seen several movies that have released reviews in an optimistic thread. There have been several movies within the span of a year that have held off their reviews till the last minute, and in my opinion, been good, solid movies. It was an outstanding movie, I thought. Infinity War was a great movie. Thoroughly enjoyed that. They held off the reviews on that. Understandably so. If you've seen the movie, you know why. They held those off not nowhere near as late as what they're doing with Venom, but later than they usually did for Marvel movies. It was because I remember people talking about that. Hey, this is a little bit later than what we're used to getting Marvel movies. What's going on here? And then once everybody saw the movie, it made sense. And then the other one that I can think of off the top of my head is Christopher Robin, which I know that kind of got some mixed reviews. I think I'd have to look at it, but I think it ended up being still fresh on Rotten Tomato, but a little bit to the lower side of fresh. But for me personally, I very much enjoyed that movie. That was another one of my top 10 anticipated movies of the year, which, if you guys want, I could give you in another streaming video. If you wanted it, just leave a comment in the comment section letting me know, and I'd be glad to share that list with you of the top 10 anticipated movies that I had, and then the ones that have already come out. I can kind of give you a ranking for them and what I thought, pros and cons. But that was one of them, and the reviews for that were held off till the day of. Or, no wait, I think it was the day before. Either way, that's really late. That's very, very last minute. And again, that was another one where it's like, I really don't understand. It's a good movie. It's not perfect, but it's a good movie. So go ahead and lift the embargo. So I don't know, maybe we're just seeing a growing trend of, because we do live in such a leak spoilers society now, more so than even 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago. Maybe studios are getting a little bit more skittish about releasing reviews until way in advance, and they're wanting to kind of hold off on that. I don't know, but like I said, we'll see. It comes out this week. It'll be releasing Thursday night. I don't know when I'll get a chance to watch the movie, but hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. Like I said, I'm really excited to see it, so we'll see what happens. But that was a nice little break. We're gonna get back to the game.
station analyzes hazardous chemicals, basically trying to figure out how to counteract them if they ever got out into the world, which hopefully they never will.
Oh no. Someone broke in and stole a volatile rocket propellant. And they must have cracked the container because it's leaking. From the timestamp on the security cameras, it just happened. I need to get it back. My spider bots are still just prototypes, but this is a good time to test one. Its sensors can follow the chemical trail. Better than me swinging up on the thief. If he freaks out and drops the hydrazine, he'll blow. Gotta find a quiet place to deploy the spider bot, where I can hang out and guide it.
Well, this is
cool. Mini-me cleaning up the spills. It's leading me right to the thief.
Excuse me, little remote control bot coming through.
The thief's hiding in crowds. I'll disperse him with a subsonic blast. Won't hurt anyone, but it's super annoying. Lucky this stuff's only dangerous over a long exposure. Or if it combusts. Maybe... maybe not.
This is a little... I'll admit, this is a little strange to me.
End of the trail. He's in this crowd. He's running. Gotta wrap him up with a web burst. Got it. Now to get the fuel back. Got it. Now I just need to return the fuel to the station. This little spider bot's useful. If I can ever find a way to make them cost-effective, they'd be a big help. Chemicals back where it belongs. I beefed up the station security and sent Yuri the camera footage to convict the thief. Not a bad day's work. This is one station that was already earning its keep. It should be safe from being shut down, especially now that the chemicals are locked away.
Like I said, again, man, there is just so much stuff that you can do in this game. And it really, I feel like it really gives you that feeling of being Peter Parker, where that you've just got so much on your plate, so much that you can do. It just feels like, how in the world are you going to do it all? So I really like that. It's the first game that's actually given me that feeling. So I'm impressed. I'm very impressed.
I've always been about the truth. When I was a reporter and
my prom boot in here.
I would love to find another Fisk hideout.
currently in progress. Response needed north of Houston.
Yep, that's a high-speed car chase, all right.
Pull your vehicle over, now!
Young man, I will pull this car over right now! More crooks? This fight's going viral.
Woo! I did not see him.
Spider Crisis coming through.
Oh, there's two of them. I still don't understand how something is bulletproof but not punch-proof. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. You, sir, are annoying.
Do auto insurers offer a webbing clause yet? $1 million idea just waiting to happen.
Alright. I guess I should have taken out those Fisk headquarters when I had a chance, huh? Because now, I can't find one.
1031, break-in in progress. Officers needed south of house.
Everybody's always breaking in somewhere. Breaking in. People just need to... There it is. Let's see if we find anything on the map. I think it just shows you the ones that you've completed. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is just showing you the ones that you've completed, so that's not really going to help me out. Oh, that's a cool little side mission. That'd be fun. Octavius Industries. Let's see. Alright, so there's only one Fisk hideout in here. I've already taken it out. So let's see, where am I? Okay. So I'm in here, I'm in this district. There is a Fisk hideout here. I just have to find it. And I haven't taken it down yet, so as soon as I do, so I'll just keep looking for it. And I know there's gonna be one.
And that's why Jonah paid me the big bucks.
Suspect armed. Proceed to 2 bridges. Over.
Now, a lot of people ask me what I think of Mayor Osborn, but what matters is what you think. Let's ask our first caller. You're on with J. Jonah Jameson.
Hi, I think...
People. Hang on. There you go. I died. Oh, it worked out for the best. People didn't get robbed. Timeline was averted. Alright, let's see. No, I'm not.
Serious car accident down there. Looks bad. Got it.
Saved my life. Thank you.
Don't panic. I'm here. There's someone in...
Robbed a store, then piled into a car and took off screaming. Caused the whole wreck.
I need to find whoever caused this wreck before anyone else gets hurt.
Can't ever thank you enough.
I'm losing them. Gotta catch up.
I think you forgot to give people your insurance info back there.
Could be a way of doing it. me off for a minute. That's cool. I've definitely gotten plenty of crime tokens, that's for sure. Alright, so I need to go to my right, I think. I'm gonna try to figure out hopefully where this 5th hideout is. At least in this district.
Attention unit, we have a possible kidnapping. Officers needed at Tribeca. Please copy.
Got an algorithm in the suit that can extrapolate where the kidnappers might have gone. I think we have a winner.
Got some kind of skin condition over the
Hold on, I'll get you out.
Saw my whole life flash before my eyes. Thank you. Oh no, they're back!
Man, oh man. Like this, Mighty.
Screwing up my meal ticket, Spider-Man! Take that, weapon! Gonna pay for your dirty tricks! I will crush your tiny bones!
Nope.
I owe you my life, Spider-Man. Thank you.
Glad I stopped that. Could have gotten ugly fast.
Looking for construction sites. I think the Fisk hideouts are probably just gonna, for me, end up end up being one of those things. If I see one, I'll just go ahead and do it since I know I'm going to need those tokens, because it really seems like they end up being kind of one of those things you just happen upon. So, like I say, since I know I'm going to need the tokens, I think I just found this one. Wait, did I go into another district? Because I think I've done this one. Yep, I have done this one. Yep, so I went completely into another district. Which is easy to do.
Narcotic sale reported in progress. The report came in from Little Italy.
Y'all let me know what you think of the new suits. I've been watching this one for a while now. I'm gonna change it. Spider-Man is one of those characters that he has had really just so many good looks. There have been just a crazy amount of good suits that he's had throughout the years. I'm having a party over here.
Robbery in progress. Need officers on scene in the financial district.
Along the northbound side of the Queens Expressway near Atlantic Avenue, please.
Alright, I wonder if maybe from a higher up level I might... Oh, I actually think maybe that's it right there. I think that's one right there.
Attention units, a break-in was just reported. Available officers, move on the financial district.
Yuri, this construction site's about as legit as the watches they sell in Times Square.
I don't have evidence for a warrant. You go in, you're on your own.
What else is new?
No disrespect, but ultimately you get paid like this. How you gonna say something like that and say no disrespect? I'm just saying, I got kids, I got alimony. Yeah, we all got expenses. But they froze his assets. I'm sure the ones they knew about. That's just the tip of the iceberg, man.
Great time to be bulletproof.
That was a hard hit.
You guys are late. Don't worry. I got plenty of face kicks left. Really? More guys? I don't have this many friends!
Spider-Man, I checked records and that site's been getting deliveries from cartel front companies.
They're moving drugs, huh? Not for long.
How you like them? Damn it! He's mine!
Oh, great, more of them! Guys, Fisk isn't here! You could've just bailed!
Boom!
Here comes the pain.
Whoa! Mission.
Don't you dare hit me with that!
Yeah, I dared.
Reinforcements again? This is only acceptable if you're all showing up in clown cars!
Peekaboo. No choice for you. Why don't we just take this away? Yeah, let's do that, and you're done. Whoa! Look at that. Didn't work on you. Boom!
The hell was that? Whoop his ass!
Whoa.
You're not bulletproof!
Actually, right now I am. What did I say about my toys? You too.
Stop off of me!
try again? Here, I'll let flip. I'm gonna let you reload. There you go. There you go. No prize, but thank you for playing.
Yuri, I got a bunch of incapacitated criminals and designer narcotics all wrapped up and waiting for you.
Great, I'll just consider this an anonymous tip.
Oh, 2 base tokens. Nice. Alright, so let's see how we're doing on the suits. We got the original one that I said I wanted. And a bonus. Homecoming. Let's see, what's the suit power on that? Calls in a spider bro to temporarily aid combat. That's not a bad thing to have, for sure. Alright, let's see what it looks like. Looks pretty good. I have to say, I really liked the suit look from Homecoming. I love the look. I love that that the eyes move. The one thing I didn't like was how techy it was. There was a lot of technology in it, but at the same time, if you think about it, it really makes sense because look who designed it, Tony Stark. So it makes sense that it would be really technical. I just wish that they could have saved that for the Iron Spider suit and left some of the technical aspects out. Especially I think the thing that really got me was the AI. Leave the voice and all that out. If they would have left it out, if they would have left that one aspect out, I probably would have been a lot more okay with it. But even as it is, man, I think it's the best on-screen suit we've ever had, in my opinion. So it looks pretty good. Let's do at least one thing in it. See if we can stop a crime. There's been hordes of them. And then we'll take a look at the other one. I think I'm going to save Shocker for part 4. I know these are probably going to be more sequels to this than James Bond, but hey, that's fine. I'm really enjoying the game, and I hope you guys are enjoying watching too. And if you want to kind of this video especially has not really been focusing on the story mission. This is just giving you kind of a glimpse as far as the side missions and stuff that you can get. I think there's a little bit more to this. Let's get a look up top.
Not good. You guys said the bug was on vacation. Aw, you guys are like little kingpins in training.
He is. That thing is
Nothing puts a
super
pep in my
effective.
step like halting an illegal drug deal. Probably better if I'm not here when the cops arrive.
Yeah, this is kind of showing you a lot of the side mission things that you can do. Just extra fun stuff that's available in the game. And showing you some of the unlockable stuff, a lot of different suits that are there. I'm really digging all of the suit choices that they've got so far. Really happy with it. Alright, let's take a look at the other suit. Oh, didn't look at the suit powers. Stun enemies and disable their weapons. That's pretty cool. Oh wait, I wanted to put this in something else. Hang on just a minute. I really like that. That's a really cool looking suit. Very nice. I think this is Secret Wars. If I'm not mistaken. Yep, Secret Wars suit. I like that a lot. Alright, I wanted to change something on one of these real quick. Because, obviously, what am I going to be using this for? Stealth. This is going to be my stealth suit. What was the suit power again for this one? Oh, the EMP. Nice. Alright, fine. One more crime, and I think I'm going to call it for the day, guys. So we can see it in action. Sit down and breathe. Another subtle thing that you might kind of miss if you weren't really thinking about it too much, or at least you wouldn't give it a whole lot of thought, is I really love how the music in this is not just a loop of, okay, we're going to play this music and it's going to go in this progression, da 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 da, and just keep going. They've got it set up where the music is in cue with your actions. So whenever you're just walking around slow, it's more docile. But you jump off and go into, a free fall dive, it picks up and gets real bombastic, and it really just gives you that feel that, let's be honest, the feel that we all got when we saw the first Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire. That end part, who am I? I'm Spider-Man, and just does that. And we all, at that point, were saying, I want to see a whole movie of that, the Spider-Man webbing through the city with that theme just playing in the background. And it just gives you a little bit of that feel. And all of the movies since then have captured that to some degree or another. You know what, I said I was going to say shocker for last time, but you guys have been real patient with me, just letting me kind of do my thing, so we're going to do it right now. I'm going to stay on a little longer, and we're just going to do it right now. Let's go ahead and get it taken care of.
Long time no see. Hey, I'm no lawyer, but I'm pretty sure that's a parole violation. Oops, guess we're stuck in here for a while. Want to play 20 questions? No? How about we thumbless? Okay, face punch it is. Whoa! Your gauntlets are all digital now, aren't they?
Have it your way. You wanna fight? Let's fight!
Man, can't wait to put you back behind bars so we can
Well,
talk
we've
science.
officially pissed him off.
Remember our first fight? Me so young and stupid, you just stupid.
You talk so much!
Well, that's a matter of opinion. I mean, are there any standard metrics for how much talking?
Okay, now I can do some real damage.
Why are you doing this, Herman?
Because if I don't, they'll kill me!
Coming your way!
Well. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Herman is angry Herman.
If you come clean, I can help you!
You really want to help me? Just let me have the money!
Sorry, not gonna happen.
You messed up my perfectly good throwing object. Herman.
Stand still!
If you ask nicely, maybe.
Oh.
Quit now for your own good!
Woohoo! Having a hard time getting a shot in.
Catch! anymore. You're lucky you found actual cash. If you really want to rob banks, try day trading. It's all the rage. Wait.
Oh, good. I was thinking, man, it's over again so quickly.
Tell me who you're working for. I can help you
In
cut
my
a deal.
opinion, Shocker is one of Spider-Man's. And again, if you watch my video from gameplay part 2, the question of the stream was favorite Spider-Man version, and I said for me, it would have been the animated Spider-Man from the 90s. So maybe that's part of where this is coming in.
Freaking me out, Herman. It's not like you to be afraid of people.
Not even sure these guys are people. Could be anything under those masks.
Wait, did you say masks?
Me. So, yeah, prefacing that.
What do they want the money for?
Me, Shocker is one of Spider-Man's most underrated villains. I really like him. I think he's really cool, especially when he's a part of the Sinister Six. I think he's a great addition to that team.
Give up now and we can protect you!
No way! You ain't see what I see! You son of a...
Ooh, language, sir.
I really mean it!
Oh, Atlanta. I wasn't prepared for that. My bad, sorry guys. Focus. Focus.
Okay, last chance to give up. This time I really mean it.
I'm trapped somewhere.
Okay, I was kidding before. Now is your last chance. Seriously. Sorry, Herman. You brought this on yourself. Literally.
So, but because of that, I'm really glad they have him in the game, which he's usually been a pretty consistent character in the Spider-Man games, but he's usually not used very well. He's just kind of a knockoff villain that people
he was
use.
Scared and
desperate. I get it. I understand.
These demons are everywhere.
He's basically just a burglar, and that's about it. But he's a cool character. I feel like I'm not saying he's on the same level as the Goblin.
Good work.
Or,
we have a special cell waiting for him at the raft.
Or
we'll
even,
make sure he stays behind bars this
the
time.
Goblin or
also,
Venom.
I'm pretty sure he was working for the Demon Gang.
You know,
Demon Gang?
The real high ups
Sounds like a
that
Daily Bugle headline.
Hey,
but
the
I think
Bugle
he's
is a
little
perfectly
bit better
fine news
than
organization.
people give him credit for.
Not sure I'd call it news.
Well, I've heard they have some really good reporters. Anyway, have you had any more reports on demon guys with masks?
Let me get back to you. By the way, how much of a mess did you make inside that bank?
You probably don't want to know.
Shouldn't have asked.
Fight with Shocker took a while. Time to catch up on what I've been missing out in the city.
See if there's any news. Oh, we got another new one that we could get. Negative suit. Cool. So we've already got the base token for that. We would need 2 landmark tokens and a research token. That's probably going to be something that I'm going to save for next time. As far as the suits go, right now we stand 44% complete. Let's take a look at these gadgets. We've got spider drone now, and we've got a concussive blast. Very cool. Let's see if we can. Oh, we've got quite a bit that we could do is upgrading these. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. So 25% on the innovator. So definitely need to do some work on that, upgrading that. 45% on the defender and 45% on the web slinger. So definitely need to work on the innovator one. I'm falling a little bit behind on that. Want to try to keep everything about as even as I can. Let's see if there's anything else we need to. Let's look and see how we're doing on the map. As far as we're doing pretty good, honestly. So there's a enemy base right there. That's pretty cool. I'm glad they're actually showing. I probably just missed it before. But we've got this whole side mapped out. That's great. Now it just looks like we need to focus. So we've got these two towers we need to bring online here. And then we've got these districts here. We just need this one tower for right here. And so, let's see, total we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think. Yeah, 6 right there. 7, 8. We need 8 more towers that we need to bring online. And that'll be it. We'll have the whole city mapped out. That'll be awesome.
Shots fired, officers down. Need immediate response at Union Square.
Ooh, don't want to take down the playground. Alright, I'm going to bring on those. Keep on saying I'm going to quit. This is a hard game to quit, guys. If you haven't played the game, you don't know the pain. But if you have, you know the struggle. Struggle is real. It is hard to stop playing this game. It's a really good game and there's always something to do.
Doc left a message.
Peter, I might have been a bit hasty advising you to find another job. I have a plan. Give me a bit of time. We may yet live to invent another day.
The indomitable Otto Octavius. That's great news. Hope his plan works.
I'm really wondering if, because I know from the trailer, and everybody speculated, and I know some people already know, and some of you may already know that are watching. You may already know the answer to this, and if you do, I would ask you to refrain from putting it in the comment section. Keep it spoiler free for everybody. Remember, we're all fans, and part of being a fan is that you get excited, and sometimes you say things a little bit hastily just out of excitement. Now, I get it.
So I looked into reports of
I'm just asking.
Demons.
I knew you'd come around.
They've been pretty busy tonight, hitting a lot of Fisk properties.
They're going after Fisk? Damn. You thinking what I'm thinking?
Brewing gang war?
Let's try to get ahead of it.
Yes, I'm just asking.
Are there any Fisk properties that haven't been hit tonight?
For my sake and for those people who are just watching
at one of his shipyards in Portside.
and don't know
Thanks,
either.
Yuri. I'll check it out.
So for all of our sakes, I would just ask, refrain from that. But I think it was the last trailer they released.
Hey Yuri,
they were
any
showing
idea
the
what
Sinister
Fisk uses
Six.
that shipyard
So I know
for?
that's one of the things
No
that's going to
idea.
be coming.
Let me send an officer to meet you there. His name's Jefferson Davis. That's
But
his
at
beat.
the
He's a
end
good
of
cop.
that
Been working the Fisk case for years.
trailer,
If anyone knows what's going on at that shipyard, it's him.
he says, you know, you're looking right at Spider-Man, and he says, no, not you. And some people were speculating, well, it's Norman Osborn, it's the Green Goblin, And I thought maybe that could be the case too, and it really could be. And again, some of you may know. I don't want to know. I want to be surprised. But it may be him, and I think they've set it up great where that it could be him, and we could end up seeing the Green Goblin. And I would definitely be okay with that. That would be really cool. Or they may be saving that to do a sequel to this game. And if they did, I will definitely play it because this game is great.
Demons robbing an armored car. These guys are looking for long-term financing.
But whenever I started playing the game and I saw Otto Octavius and the way he was set up, I thought, wow. That was the first thing I thought of. I thought, what a twist. And what a great, compelling story that would add to this game if you made Otto Octavius a huge villain and part of this. I'm gonna do it one more time. I want to get these bonus objectives. Get up, and get back down again. Ooh.
Demons aren't just a street gang.
But that would, man. Whoa.
I better be more careful with my adoring public.
Another one of those fist guys in hiding. That one almost, he almost got me. He almost got a couple shots off. Almost hit me. But yeah, man, that would just be insane, I think. Because they've really been developing him as far as his mentor status. And to have him turn out, and they've also set it up where you could see him doing that, because you could see him, and he's got the tech, he's got that tech. It would be really easy for him to turn that into his mechanical arms, and we've seen him using that, and then he's got the motivation with the stuff that's going on with Norman Osborn, and he knows Norman. He's one of the people that knows more about Norman than anybody. He knows how he really is. So I could really, I could see that working for him to be that, for them to do that with him. You've got the motivation, you've got the great story arc, you've got the availability in the story. It'd be really simple to do. I think it'd be really neat. I don't know. Again, I haven't seen. But man, that would be pretty awesome, I think.
port side. Over.
Put it back in this suit. I really like the suit they did for this game specifically. So we're gonna put it back in here for when we start our part 4. And I'm not sure when we'll be doing part 4. Hopefully as soon as possible. But I want to thank you guys for joining me.
All units,
I appreciate
officers
it.
are under fire from masked hostiles.
I hope y'all enjoyed it as much as I did.
Sonia. Over.
And you can leave a like, comment, subscribe if you're enjoying the videos. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks again.